Coast on to Missouri rain, Clayton still burning, still running the game. OG roots, yeah, seen it all, from backwood grows to the legal call. With Nessa by his side, yeah, they ride or die, turning dirt to gold with that third eye. Hands in the soil, biochar strong, fish shit feeding what's been growing all along. It ain't just weed, it's a way of life. Family love, no greed, no strife. Community first, yeah, the mission's clear. Grow the fire, spread the cheer. Third eye open, see the vision grow. Roots run deep when the love gon' flow. From the coast to the Midwest plains, organic flames running through my veins. Consult the growers, pass the flame. Teach them the craft, yeah, spread the name. No shortcuts, just nature's way. Clayton been doing this day by day. Living that life, no chemicals near. Sun-grown soul, the message is clear. Not just a crop, it's a movement strong. Generations blessed when the vibe stays on. It ain't just weed, it's a way of life. Family love, no greed, no strife. Community first, yeah, the mission's clear. Grow the fire, spread the cheer. Third eye open, see the vision grow. Roots run deep when the love gon' flow. From the coast to the Midwest plains, organic flames running through my veins. Call it third eye, call it fate. A little bit of love on every plate. Grow the land, feed the soul. Pass it down, let the legend roll. So when you spark, just know the name. Third Eye Organics in the growers game. West Coast hard and Missouri ground, but the love we grow gon' spread all around.
Dude, that was the most badass fucking intro I've ever fucking heard. That was awesome.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. That was Sir Steve-O in the background. He sings and dances and engineers shows. He's a stud back there.
Dude, that was awesome.
You guys got to chit chat
in here.
Thanks, brother, man. Well,
So, dude,
happy Third Eye Thursday.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Will Rowland. I can't
what's up, buddy?
Their lineage to the SUBCOOL genetics, and he's rocking it. And I just listening to him talk about his breeding specifications, and that's exactly why when Lorda said, "Hey, I could put you in contact," I went, "No shit." I said, I knew right off the bat. Now I find out they're only a state away, so we're having a bonfire smoke session here sometime soon.
Yeah, it'd be dope. Yeah, if it was, I mean, Soul and Laura have been so good to us, dude. Like, really, we surrounded ourselves at the end, like, with the people that talked to Sub and stayed the most honest and straight up, right? Like, out of all the bullshit that happened online and everything, Soul was always super solid, always answered the phone, was always Monty's friend and our friend. And really, that's what it came down to. So, like, the people you see us surround ourselves with are just good humans, right? Like, they're good humans, they're good mentors, they're just all around good people. So that's, that's them in a nutshell. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't probably be at most of the seed banks we're at today. We wouldn't have learned the feminized practices that we've learned along the way, like Soul has been really generous to us. So, and Laura as well. So Laura's like V's best friend. So that's pretty good
Yeah,
for us
that's rad.
dudes that don't talk a ton, right?
Right. Yeah, it's cool when the ladies are friends because then they really keep. Oh yeah, it's somebody's birthday. Shit, I guess we're doing something
Exactly.
Friday. hmm
Yeah, try to hit that light. I got a
That's
weird
awesome.
glare here. I'm gonna try to fix
Shout
this
out
glare
to your
on here.
shout out to your amazing partner, Victoria. Much
Yeah, she's
appreciated.
on the sideline. She's gonna take care of the giveaway, and she's making sure she's rolling the joints for me, etc., so we can keep this thing litty.
That's super stoked. Shout out to Nacho Biz for the cool hat. He made me this hat, so
Oh, dude,
I
that's
wear
fucking
it.
dope. Hell yeah,
Isn't that
I
cool?
love
It's got
that.
little glow in the dark spikes on the top.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I don't
That's
usually
cool.
rock Athena, right? I mean, I don't use Athena, but we are using Athena when it comes to their tissue culture stuff. So we're finally venturing over into TC and getting all of our stuff into tissue culture, so we can make sure we're really holding on to anything that we might think is a keeper. You know, that plant that you're like, it's pretty good. It could become something fucking awesome, but it's kind of in my way. You know what I mean? I want
It's
to keep
taking
that
up my
plant.
numbers.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I'm saying. So I want to keep that plant and I want to get it into tissue culture. So they were nice enough. We got a flow hood that wasn't working and went out and swapped it out, and they gave me this freaking hat here.
That's rad.
Yeah,
I've met a lot of the Athena guys, and it's all cool. I mean, we all rock a little different. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. They have big booths. I used to like the advanced nutrients guys, dude. If you want to go to a fucking booth at a show, go to an advanced nutrients booth. Like that was like 6 booths, they got all their stuff all over the place. Everybody's smoking, chilling, having a good time. Like that was the booth to go to. So V and I were talking. We think Athena is like the super corporate clean version of advanced, right? Like they're like the cool boys on the block, but they're like all nice and clean and
Yeah,
professional ads. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. They're straight. They're
okay.
straight. I love the fish shit crew's kind of like that too. They're pretty.
Yep. I've used the fish shit. I mean, I tend to go towards cheaper fish hydrosolate and just mix it myself rather than buying the fish shit. But great guys, they've hooked us up a ton and their shit works great. You run fish
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. They're actually one of my sponsors.
Oh, it's
So,
dope.
but
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, I've rocked them in a lot of big grows and yeah, it's in the part of my inoculation process with the biochar. I definitely want to send you a TO grow kit. Just I don't care if you just waste one plant on it. I want you to try it.
Oh, dude,
You
I
know,
told you I'll use
it's
it. We were
it's
talking about
100%
super soil.
organic. That would be
There's
rad.
a veg and a
That'd be
bloom,
rad.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Okay.
got a veg teas, and then flower teas, and then the biochar. I top dress mine or plant spike them, which is something I've been doing the last couple of years, which is really crazy. You know how we
Mhm.
plant spike trees outside? Well, I've started plant spiking trees. I did it for apples and you know everything, peaches out here. Unreal results. So I was like,
Mhm.
wonder if I did that in my 10-gallon pot or my 7-gallon
Mm.
pot. So I
Mhm.
started taking a bamboo stake, little pre-water, little bamboo, make a sphere, pour my biochar in about 6 holes all the way around, and all those laterals, dude. It's crazy when you break apart the root ball at the end.
Yeah.
Those biochar, the microbes reach out their tubulars and they just connect the biochar, so it hardens into like a sphere, and the roots, dude, look like hemp wrapped around these
Oh,
spheres.
dude, that's crazy.
You couldn't even see the biochar. It
That's
was
crazy.
crazy. So I've been doing it. I do it to my house plants. I've been doing it to everything because it's kind
I'm
of
venturing into house plants here soon. I mean, dude, I'd love to try. You know that. I mean, the reason you were talking about all the licensing and stuff for soil, and if anybody knows that, we know that it's really the reason why I don't do the charge pack and sell the charge pack anymore. I mean, we were just kind of getting too big where we were shipping it to all 50 states. It was people were buying it, and I knew that I technically needed a license in every one of those states, an ag license in every one of those states. So I didn't necessarily want to keep focusing on, super soil charge packs, at least for now, until we got out all the core strains, all the strains that Sub is super known for. And then we can kind of, I just got spread too thin to where I couldn't chase around these licenses and fill out all the paperwork. And I mean, we've had so many, we've expanded and contracted, as in like bringing more people into the company and then letting go of people in the company or disassociating ourselves with certain companies, that you get to the point where you feel like you almost have to do everything your damn self, So when it comes to big shit like that, I'm like, I'll wait. If anybody wants a charge pack and they hit me up, I have Super Soil and I sell it to like my buddies and shit. But for the most part, you can make it yourself. It's hard to find high P bat guano these days, though, dude. Like that's a hard one to find.
It is really hard to find.
So I don't envy you in the selling the selling grow packs, even though it's a good business, dude. It's a great business.
It is. I actually got to talk to a much smarter human being than me the other day. I can dance around a lot of those licenses you were talking about that I've been jumping through, that we've been having to jump through because there's a new, what did he call it? There's a new term in the licensing, soil remediation.
Okay.
And remediation instead of fertilization.
Okay, interesting. And what does that do in terms of like shipping into a state? Are you saying you're sending remediated soil? Is that what you're saying?
No, well, I've never really sent my soil out of state. It's mostly like the biochar and the food kits. Like, I think he's still digging a little deeper for me, but I might be able to get around because it's a soil amendment. It's not a soil.
Right.
It's a soil amendment. We'll see. And
see, all that shit's like too fucking much for me, dude.
when you start getting big enough, it like you said, it starts to get a bigger pain in the ass. You've got so many other pans in the fire trying to keep up with the license for soil.
If you get into shipping full bags of soil, I mean, just the shipping alone is a fucking bitch. Like, you basically have to send pallets to stores in order to make it good for the customer, and if not, then you're charging $20 Amazon shipping and you're sending it to their warehouse and having them send it out. But no matter what, your soil is going up like twice in price just for shipping. That's what we were running
just into. To get it there.
Just to get it to the person. Just to
get it there.
Yep.
And it's sad because that really cuts out a lot of good product to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. See, it's all too much for me. I'd rather just stick with beans. And like I said, if somebody wants something, that's fine. We can send out like up to a 20 pound in like a large, if it fits, it ships box. You know this game, right? $20 box, you can have a 20 pounder. And I'm not even sure if we have a whole lot of 20 pounders yet, but that's about as far as I'm willing to go these days.
Yeah. If I can't carry it in one arm into the post office, then it's kind of, that shipping is just fucking horrible, dude. I had soil. We had soil and biochar sit in a trailer through a snowstorm in Chicago, and the driver quit, left the fucking truck. And my living soil sat in like -3-degree trailer for like 2.5 weeks.
That's crazy.
That was shipping sucks.
Yeah.
We do a lot of delivery.
I mean, we're finally getting into reuse soil and sending our soils off to build a soil just to see where we're at after a run. And Dude, I really love reusing soil. Like, I can't even believe I ever threw soil away. You know, not
Right,
that we threw it away. We threw it in our garden or we threw it in our compost. But for the most part, you threw it the fuck away. You know what I mean?
right, right. You
So we've been having
reutilize,
a lot of fun.
repurposed it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
we've been
love.
having a lot
I
of fun.
don't ever throw away. I got to go out and look at a big recreational grow. They have 148 by 30-foot greenhouses, year-round greenhouses. And the gentleman who owns it used to have a grow store that used to carry all my products.
Yeah.
And now he's taught. I do make soil for probably a couple dozen people.
Hmm.
And we just got a call the other day. I'm going to go out there, and he totally understands that when you can reuse the soil, build the beds. You build a
Yeah.
super soil, you only got to add a little bit every year after that.
Hmm.
You know.
That's what we're finding too, especially with the subcool soil. I mean, I even use subcool to top dress a little bit before I send in my test. Um, did you? I was out there looking for. I'm not sure what you're mixing in, but we were looking into a good mixer for amendments. We have a big fucking, big 3/4 ton fucking soil mixer, but also I was looking for something that was a bit smaller that could be used in house. There's one company that makes a mushroom, a mushroom one. They're fucking. It's like $3,500, so not too bad. It's only about 400 pounds. I'll send you the link. I'll find the link and I'll send it to you. But I would imagine its blades pretty much touch the bottom of the unit, so you're not having any of that thick bullshit,
Any of that.
at the bottom of your soil mixer. Because we've had to like modify the soil mixer a bit just to not get that on the bottom, but then
Yeah.
it has all of its own caveats when you do that. Um, so I've been looking for a smaller soil mixer to basically use as a nutrient amendment mixer. I'll send you the link. It looks fucking cool. I'm probably going to get one. I'll let you know how it is.
Cool. We have been looking too, and we're going to upgrade on the soil. My soil mixer is great, but I need a big one. Yeah, I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
you just
I mean,
need a
even the
big one.
3/4 ton is like, if we're trying to do more than 9 bags, and it's just about 9 bags for us, it's big feeding tubs, the big red feeding tubs. We just fill them all the way up. We do about 9. And then we stick to the OG subcool super soil recipe and add our amendments as we're going along. But still, I mean, when you're doing 2,500 or 3,000 square feet and you're doing about 1,000 plants, that's a lot of work, dude. Like a lot of work.
And spendy. And
Yeah, I mean,
spendy.
it's better
So
than
why
buying
not
it.
just build it one? Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
you
better
go.
than buying it. I mean, and it's I like being a part of the soil and I like understanding the soil and I like modifying things. We actually add a little bit more minerals than sub added, and we go off of Build a Soil's mineral kit. So a little more basalt, a little more gypsum, a little more oyster shell, and we basically do that more often than sub did along the whole run there. So little bits of tweaks. That's what's cool about having a mixer. You can do these kind of tweaks and then have a run and see if that went well or not. So there's
Yep.
still room to build on that recipe.
That's and that it took me a decade before I really locked down. I lived off grid and had my own grows, and we were medical back in Washington quite a while ago, and but my cousin that I'm partners with here, he's from Washington too, and he'd come up and see my gardens, either cannabis or my vegetable garden, and be like, "Man, what? You are in the middle of the pine trees. You got a fucking oasis here. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's just biochar stuff." So then we started, I started bringing up a couple. I got into the recreational side of things,
Hmm.
took over a big license, and then implemented that. And then other farms come up. You meet other growers, and they come up and check it out. And pretty soon let's go to Vegas. Boy, isn't that the fun
Fuck.
time?
Grabbing the super soil recipe for chat here. 1 second.
Sweet.
I think I got it
Hi,
handy.
Sonia. Kim Cooper. I would love for you to meet Will. Uh, she is a a big cannabis person up in Canada, and she has the NOK network. So
Okay.
I'll try to put you in contact, Kim. This cat's cool as shit, and I
What
think
is
you guys would
what
get
is
launched.
NOK an acronym for? There's Rot, there's Sub's brother. What's up, buddy?
Northern Ontario with Kim, and she
Okay.
interviews. They have a whole all day long during the week. They have podcasts, but
All
they
right.
do a couple certain podcasts that I know that you'd rock. But I know she'd want to interview. She does really rad interviews.
I mean, dude, this is probably a perfect time to start doing interviews. And I mean, I don't even look at them as interviews. It's kind of like podcasts or whatever. But we're just starting to, we've been able to spread the seeds around, which took us quite a while. It took us about a year before we just launched with Attitude. I don't know if you've seen that. So really big for us. It's like a full circle moment, even though it looks super small. I mean, being added to Attitude is like every stoner, seed maker's dream to get accepted into Attitude. So that was like real full circle for us. We just hadn't been able to be in a position where we could get seeds into there. So that was super big. So this is a good time to I really want to share, the history, how we got here, a lot about the genetics. So there's so much to talk about. We could do multiple podcasts of just I want people to know who we are and how we got here, because honestly, dude, a lot of people told our story, from their perspective along those 4 years. We weren't really talking at all. And it is what it is. But to us, most of that shit is untrue, dude. And if you actually talk to us, and actually got to know us, that's what we say every time we hear something weird that's untrue. We're like, dude, if you even knew us or took 5 minutes to talk to either me or my wife, you would know for a fact that that's not fucking true.
That's
So,
bullshit. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So I think it's a good time to finally come out and talk about that history, talk about how I got with Sub and some of the shit we did, because everybody thinks that, the time when Sub went to Arizona, it was just like this horrible time, when really it was the most rock star fucking crazy awesome time that I've ever experienced in my life. And I seen him fucking smile and have a good time and hang out with fucking girls and smoke mad hash and fucking trip on fucking mushrooms. And dude, we did so much cool fucking shit. How many people can say they fucking sat in a pool full of weed tripping on fucking mushrooms, listening to fucking Weed Nerd? Come the fuck on now. So when I hear
Weed Nerd,
when I hear weird shit they took the company, or just weird things like that, I'm like, dude, you have no idea all of the things that we did that got us to this point here. So it's a good time. I mean, I'm open to any questions or whatever.
the interweb does suck, man. But I did some reading on you, man, just to catch up.
That's
and
cool.
The Google liked the shit out of you, and I was like, man, I got to meet this dude in person. We would love to hear how you met Sub. I mean, you got to meet Kyle. You've got to meet and interact with people that I've looked up to my whole life too. So
it's fucking mind-boggling to me. I mean, I was telling you offline, it's I met Sub in such a weird way, and I actually listened to a podcast from Jinx where it sounds like Jinx met Sub in a similar way that I did. Jinx sent Sub an email, and he actually got SUBCOOL responding back to his email. And if anybody watched this podcast and they've actually sent an email to Sub, they know they got an email right back from the guy, right? So when I sent the first email, I just figured I was going to get some customer service girl hi, thanks for reaching out to SUBCOOL Seeds. How can I help you? I reached out to him for soil, and I got, fuck buying soil, buy my seeds. I got seeds for you. This is wholesale. This is what we do. This is how we get into it. And I was just like, holy shit, I got the fucking guy right here on the email. And I didn't even really know who the guy was. It was a guy in NorCal that grew awesome weed. So I owned a hydro store, and one of my buddies at the hydro store was like, dude, have you ever heard of SUBCOOL? And I'm like, nah, dude, I've never heard of SUBCOOL. And he's like, dude, he grows giant fucking sativa trees in Northern California. He's like, you should fucking email him. So he wanted to get his soil in the shop. And I was like, all right, I'll shoot him an email, whatever. And that's what happened. I was like, I can't believe this guy is actually emailing me back. And then you're super thrown off that like he's just so direct. He was such a direct kind of person where it was like you could tell the passion was for the seeds and the soil. The soil
Oh,
for both of us has always been like a side job, right? Like the recipe's online, you can make it yourself, anybody can make it. Why do we necessarily have to sell it when you can fucking make it? And it's a pain in the ass to do soil business, like you know already.
it
So
is.
it was weird, dude. Like, you know, we talked a little bit then
That,
and kind of fell off. I started with TGA, so I started before Subcool's the Dank. Him and Jill were still together, and we really started up with him because it was a family-owned like breeding business, right? Husband and wife, they were anchored in medical. I was looking for medical strains for family. Um, so it just kind of went hand in hand, right? And like I started selling seeds for him, which was 2016. So all of the end gear, I was selling the Mendo Dope gear, I was selling the Heroes of the Farm gear. Jinx was just on his way out at
yeah,
that point.
Jinx was just rocking then. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was just
I
he
love
was
Jinx.
just transitioning into Jinx proof genetics and taking 9 pound hammer underneath his umbrella. It's crazy what you understand when you understand the economics of all that and why that actually happened. But to each their own, right. So like I came in kind of at the end of TGA, basically when it was imploding, and when the house burned down, it was just house burned down and divorce. You know, um, it was weird. I just kind of reached out to him. I was a rep in Arizona, and I was like, dude, what the fuck are you going to do? I think we all watched the fire online together. Like I was on
Yeah,
Instagram just
yeah,
like everybody else. And he's like,
yeah.
my fucking house is burning down. You got Toke and you got the hash, and he's just standing there. And I shot him a text, and he shot me a text the next day. He's like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So I was like, I'll fly in and you can come down to my house. And that's what we did. I mean, I went and picked him up. We picked him up in Santa Rosa and drove him down to Arizona, and he slept on my couch for a few days. Um, just to get healthy, get out of the smoke. You know, his Alpha
Oh
1 was
yeah.
fucking acting up, so it was crazy. We had to find an Airbnb. And this is like the bad shit, right? Like, this is like the beginning, even though a lot of cool shit was happening before that. Like, we were selling a ton of seeds. Him and I were talking basically nightly because we were just getting open door policy with like every cultivation we would go to. I'd be like, hey, I'm working with Subcool. He's my homie. Here's a fucking bag of seeds, like a Halloween bag, you know, and doors just open. So that was pretty new for me coming from you know, owning my own hydro store and nobody really wanting to let you in because you're trying to sell them an IBC container of salt and water. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it was just kind
That's
of hand in hand. When his house burned down, it was like, dude, I got 10 cultivations that want to meet you right now. So it was like taking him out of the shit and putting him into a bunch of people that fucking loved him and wanted to meet him and hang out with him and smoke with him. And he loved it, dude, and like loved the weather and loved all that shit. So that was pretty much
okay.
like how we got into Arizona and started Subcools the Dank. Was there was too much going on with TGA. The house burned down. There was a separation there happening. And we just decided like Subcool is like Subcool was always Subcool Seeds. Subcool is a 20-year-old brand. It's not dank unless Subcool says it's fucking dank. So I guess we're Subcool's the dank, right?
That's fuck. I can't believe I didn't hear. I didn't when we were talking earlier, and you talked about the email and reaching out. So I got a pack of seeds. I told you that I got a pack of seeds back in the day, but I never.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a Dear John letter back because I killed all 10 of them.
Okay.
And I got this a similar response. And how you're saying it, I think I really was fucking talking to him straightforward. I thought maybe it was a rep,
Nah, dude,
but
you're probably
he was
talking to
like,
him
"Bro,
because
this is what you did wrong. This is what you need to do." That's crazy. I can't believe you just said that. I was listening to
yeah.
you, and I'm still stuck back there going. And he sent me a free pack of seeds, and we rocked those beans for I fed my family for years
That was him then,
on those
dude. I mean,
genetics.
that's how he did it. And we would those same emails, like he would send them around to all of us, especially the ones like we would get emails just like you were talking about. Somebody would send us a picture of their house and they'd be like, dude, if it wasn't for you 5 years ago, I was fucking struggling and I started growing a pack of Jack the Ripper or I started growing a pack of Space Queen. And 5 years later, here I am. Here's my house. Thank you, dude. And like even after he's passed, we've gotten some similar emails, and those emails can almost bring a tear to your eye, like not to be a beta or anything, but dude, when you're sitting there and you know you made something, this is what breeding is for me. It's because we don't sell packs for $200 fucking dollars or $100 or whatever. Like
Right.
we'll do a giveaway of fucking 5 or 10 packs right here when you're ready. It's really about me giving you a pack of seeds or me going through the effort of creating something that I think is going to be dank. And then you thinking enough of me or the brand or sub or the genetics to want to spend your time, money, and effort to grow those plants. And then to find something and love it and just send back a thank you. To me, that's better than any money you can fucking ever get, dude. Because like it's just full circle, right? Like this is benefiting you. I thought you would love it. You fucking grow it. You're spending your own money and time, and your own money and time means more to me than anybody thinks it does. Like if you hit me up and said, dude, I got a 5-pack and every one of them I didn't find a keeper in there, I would feel like dog shit, dude, you know?
Right. Right.
And I'm going to send you more fucking seeds.
Yeah. Where was your address again? Yeah. Shoot you some more
Exactly.
beans.
Exactly.
Let's try it again. That's cool, man. It's hard to find that these days. There's not a lot of. I
What
love
is
to have
weed
faith
these
in
days, though?
humanity, but
But what is the weed industry these days? Like, we can really get into this, and I'm kind of a little beat up when it comes to the weed industry, right? Because there's a lot of fake niceness, and there's a lot of bullshit out there, and there's a lot of people that'll stab you in the back, but there's still a lot of good, too. Did we just get timed out?
no, he put up
Okay.
your
Giveaway's going up.
hashtag so people can start getting it in there while we're chit chatting.
All right, cool. I love that. Fuck, I just lost my train of thought now. Fucking stoner. Better light a joint.
Yeah, yeah, we better take an attitude adjustment to that one.
All right. Permagreen, Subcool OG. Oh yeah. Rot's got a nasty fucking Rot. So Rot right there is Sub's brother.
No
Amazing
shit.
dude. But he's got one he called it Nukem. I did it's funny. One of the first crosses I did right after Sub passed was Slimer times White Runts. So I got White Runts right when White Runts came out, because if you know the industry, right, you know that you seen the cookie craze happen, you seen Skittles happen, you see the Runts, you see it's a hype boy team, you're like, all right, that right there is probably going to blow up. And if I'm going to chase some hype, that's going to be the one, right? So I grabbed it and we grew it and we found some really awesome gassy, Runts leaners. They're super nice. And made a cross with the Slimer. I only gave those out. So most of those seeds, the cool thing is, most of those seeds actually went to Chavo from System of a Down. And he's got like the whole fucking Slimer Runts line. But Rock got some and he calls it Nukem. And I'll have to find a picture of it for you, dude. But Runts times Slimer is fucking dope. Anything times Slimer is fucking dope, but he's got the Nukem.
Thanks for bringing on. Thanks for Rot. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate coming on. That's awesome. And that sounds like some dank.
Yeah,
I want to
dude.
grow
I
it.
don't even know. I think I only have a little bit of those, and Permagreen's another one. So Permagrin will probably go to F2. We have 2 keepers that are, in my opinion, better than Slimer. So Permagrin is named that because of Sub's Cheshire smile. Okay. And the weed gets you like that. So you just fucking smoke it. It's mind melting. And you're just sitting there. We caught ourselves just smiling after we smoked it. Right. And it was a combination probably of that it's a mind melter a bit, but also because it's Slimer through and through. So to take something that, we took Doctor Who as the male and crossed it into Slimer. And Doctor Who has some berry grape stuff going on in there, but it also has a beautiful structure, dude. That time wreck when it comes through, perfect freaking Christmas tree male with knocker pollen, dude, just knockers.
Nice.
So crossed it into Slimer, because Slimer in itself, not many people know, it's lanky. It has the most cleaner smell you've ever smelled. It's distinct. It's like pine sol cleaner, okay? But it's lanky and it's kind of low yielding, and it's about 19%. And this is if you grow it fucking perfectly, dude. You can grow 1,000 of these fucking things and you'll never get over 19%. When we crossed it to Who, we got it up to 26%. And we got the buds bigger, and we got the fucking Slimer terps to come through, which Slimer doesn't come through a lot in some of the other crosses that we've made. Like the Frost comes through, she passes her greasy Frost. I don't know, when I think of Frost or resin, Sub taught us greasy and grainy. Okay, so like the grainier stuff that kind of feels like sand, that's better for your washing versus your greasier resin heads that pop. Slimer is a greasier resin head, so it's not good for hash. But Permagrin, there's grainy phenos in there, so like it just enhanced every fucking thing, dude. So we'll get it back out again.
Man, you're throwing out names from my past like crazy. I'm just listening
That's
to
awesome.
everything. I'm like, oh,
I'm just a fucking piehead, dude. You know.
I know. I forget so many strains, and then when you start talking, I'm like, oh wow, oh I remember that. I mean, I was a tester for a 9-pound hammer. I grew like 500 of them.
No shit.
In an outdoor field once. They were amazing. But I had 3 different.
Made from 9 pound.
Yeah.
9 pound was a banger. Time Wreck was a banger.
Really
Blood Wreck in itself. Blood Wreck, the cut that makes, Queen Anne's Revenge, Chernobyl. It's just
Chernobyl. That's another one that fed my family for a while.
But Chernobyl is Slimer. You know that, right?
No. I did not know
Slimer.
That.
So Slimer.
Oh yes, I did. The new pack I got from you guys. Okay, yes.
Slimer has a cool story too. So after Sub got to Arizona, we were trying to put something together. We were trying to put together this like certified genetics collaboration between breeders. So I linked up with the GG guys, Ross and Don, and fucking Ross was awesome. Old school Nevada drug dealer, dude. Fucking cool as shit. And we had Soul in there, and we picked up OG Rascal also, right? And this was supposed to be like a breeder syndicate, and the whole idea was to get certified strains from the breeder and take those strains and put them in cultivations, and then have some sort of SOP and standard to wrap around it to make sure like, this is being grown to yours. And we even had Kyle in there. We were going to do, the Cushman cough in there at the same time. So you figure 5 super epic big breeders or weed advocates, cannabis advocates coming together inside a grow would be fucking epic. So I picked up Slimer from a guy that got it from Coma. So Slimer was found by Coma, and then it was passed around Washington through Spliffy. I don't know if you know Spliffy. So I'm pretty sure it went from Coma to Spliffy, to my guy, Arizona Bay Gardens. And then he gave it to us, and then I had it verified by Sub, and then we grew it in the fucking pool. And then, it's just been one of those. I think this cut is probably 10, 15 years old by now. I mean, it's an old cut now, but everything you cross with it is just a freaking banger. It's so crazy that these strains that are so old, like Jack the Ripper, sells so fucking good, dude. Like, it's great. It's a donkey dick, huge baseball bat, stocky 9-week plant that gets you blazed. It's just mind-boggling to me that, some of these old strains, they just stand the test of time, dude, for real.
Yeah. Well, I definitely have an opening or two. We'll have to fill in here with some of your legs, man. I definitely. I'm helping build quite a couple different badass grows right now, so I definitely. I'm gonna get them peoples on it.
I mean, let's keep spreading those seeds, right?
Yeah, Chernobyl. That was one of the dank strains. I think I was still running GDP when we started running Chernobyl.
The best Chernobyl to run right now is the F2s. Found a really grainy 8-week Chernobyl that's big, nice grenade nugs on it, and it grows really well. I got to keep her downstairs. I still hold on to her because it's a super unique taste. It's earthy. No jack in there whatsoever. So it's like earthy, but it's dank. It's really hard to explain. I don't have the same vocabulary when it comes to flavor profiles as Sub did, because I don't know, maybe it's because I'm like a skunk OG chem smoker. I like those disgust GMO. I mean, give me the nastiest, smelliest, most gross weed you can. I can pick up on orange, I can pick up on jack, I can pick up on a lot of stuff, but I find uniqueness when I'm hunting through subcool strains, where this Chernobyl that we're talking about is super unique. It's earthy, but not in a skunky kind of way. It's more in like a sweet sense, and super grainy. And we crossed that with the Slimer. That's one of the Fem projects that we crossed with the Slimer. And we just got a guy that sent us back pictures, dude. It's a fucking resin dumper, dude. He sent me back the jar. The jar is just leaking resin all over the place. I'm like, yes.
Nice. I love when you get them pictures.
That's what we do it for, right?
Right? Right. Super stoked. 398 Bubba Kush. Yep. I love that strain too, man.
Ah, dude, we were just looking at Quoosh and Ripped Bubba, and I would jump into them if I weren't already working the SUBCOOL OG. Like I said, we were talking beforehand, and SUBCOOL OG it's gassy, but it's not what I want it to be yet. So the goal for SUBCOOL OG is going to be it is a series of outcrossing into different OGs. Right now, it's Sour OG that I'm hunting and running and playing around with, a little bit from Bodie and a little bit from Mamiko. And the idea for me is to outcross and then come back. So you guys probably won't see the outcrosses as much outside of just like freebies. Most people don't know. If you look around at the seed banks, we send different freebies to every single seed bank. So the idea with that is like, you get, if you hit up North Atlantic, you're gonna get some of my new Piffman. If you hit up fucking DC Seed Exchange, you're probably gonna end up with some of the Space Time. And oh my god, is the Space Time insane, dude? 3D times fucking who? Come on now.
I love Doctor Who. That is some dick in the dirt too. When you brought that name up, I was like, oh yeah, it's not just a cool show I used to get baked to.
The Space Time is crazy. And you want to know what? The name is super nerdy too. It's 3 dimensions. So if you look up the definition of space time, I don't know the exact definition of space time, but it goes along the lines of 3D is 3 dimensions times 1 time made by invented by a mad scientist, which would have been Albert Einstein. So super fucking nerdy, right? Like, and if you look into the genetics, there's time wreck, there's 3rd dimension, there's, and it was made by SUBCOOL originally, which, a mad fucking scientist. I don't know. It's just nerdy, but cool as shit.
All right. I heard about you guys in pools and bowling alleys.
Yeah, that was, the pool was amazing. Rod, dude, love you, buddy. See ya. I'll give you a holler.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
The pool was fucking crazy, and I've covered this a bunch of times, and it's in fucking high times. It was just like we rolled there. There's such a funny story on there. Like, we found this Hell's Angel guy. So this is after he got Airbnbs, right? So we can just extend the story that we were talking about before. So
Right now.
After he stayed at my house, we started looking for Airbnbs because he had to get his infusions and those kind of things. So that was better for him to be in a stationary place that he felt comfortable in. So we got him some Airbnbs in Chandler and Mesa. But while we were in there, we were looking for a place for him to rent and stay, right? And we find this. I'm on Craigslist. I'm like a master of Craigslist before Craigslist got stupid, okay? Like Craigslist was like my thing, okay? And I find this guy, and he's got this beautiful home in Mesa. And he ends up being this Hell's Angel. He's like 5'2", and he's a Hell's Angels biker, fucking like pimp. All right. And this house is straight pimp house. Like you walk in, there's fucking a beautiful ass wood table with fucking cocaine on the goddamn thing, and a pool, an indoor pool in the back, and like he's talking about fucking horrors the night before. And you can imagine a single SUBCOOL was like, dude, I'm in fucking heaven. Like
I'm in heaven.
I got this fucking
Yeah.
pimp guy, you know, he's got this fucking dope house. We actually called him Kickstand because he had such a big dick. You know what I'm saying? And he always had everybody over there. So that was Kickstand. And the pool, basically, like he moved in, and the pool was choking him up. You know, it was just too humid in the fucking house. So he was like, "Will, what if we just drain this fucking thing and grow weed in it?" And we had a plant count. We were going through the caregiver thing, and you could only have 12 plants per card. You could stack 5 cards. So we were like, all right, it's going to take, and we had a doctor's office that would like link all this shit up for us. This is OG, you know, OG med card stuff.
Yeah, back in the day. OG
You know,
med
so we're
card.
fucking stacking cards on this thing. But as we were doing all that, we could only have a set amount of plants. So we were like, well, if you can only have 12, you might as well grow 12 really fucking big, dude. So we did 100-gallon fucking pots, you know, busted the thing in half, put a 5-ton on top of this freaking residential house. You know what I mean? Had the crane come in, the whole 9 yards. Like, you couldn't imagine my face rolling into a Mormon neighborhood. Like, this is a Mormon neighborhood that all this shit is going on, dude.
Nice.
And there's just a fucking crane dropping a 5-ton, and there's like construction guys everywhere, and super soil and build a soil, and fucking big roots is being dropped off, and you know, lights are being dropped off. I'm like, dude, we're going to fucking prison for the rest of our goddamn lives. You know?
Yeah, we're busted now. Everybody's watching.
For sure. And then all the dab whores, you know, all the dab girls have to be in the weed grow and taking the pictures, taking the dabs, and sub loved that shit. So it's what I say when like people are like, dude, it was so bad for SUBCOOL in the end. Like, I remember hanging out in a pool with a bunch of fucking girls and having a fucking blast, dude. I remember being in high times and laughing and playing games and going to lunch and growing massive, massive plants and doing shows and going to high time. That's what I remember. So like,
Fucking cool.
you know, I don't know what people think when they're looking from the outside in sometimes.
I'm glad to hear those sides, and a lot of us on here, you got a lot of green thumbs watching right now, and it's cool to hear this stuff because you're right. You only hear, I mean, you read or you hear this, that, and the other, but to actually hear that he was having a kick-ass fucking time, because he deserved that for the coolness he brought to the world just by his passion. That's good to hear. I'm glad.
It was definitely shocking to me, dude. It was a shock. Somebody just brought up the round table. Like, you can imagine meeting somebody like that and all of a sudden being like, hey, I want you on the Weed Nerd. And I didn't even know what the Weed Nerd, if you look at like one of the earlier episodes of the Weed Nerd, one of the first ones I'm on, I'm like deer in the headlights, dude. Like, I don't know where I am, what's going on, why all these people are watching us, why we're talking about weed online, because like we're criminals, dude. You know what I'm saying?
We're criminals.
Why are we talking about all this online right now? So yeah, the Weed Nerd and the Round Table and being invited to see Dago and Ocean Grown and, you know, just meeting all of those guys and being a part of that time, because that time really doesn't exist the same way anymore, right? Like, we don't have shows. People can't say that they went to SUBCOOL's booth as a TGA rep and broke OG Steve's bong on accident, which is what I did the first fucking show. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. That was like my first time working for him side by side, dude. I'm so nervous. We got a huge fucking booth here. And the case opened up like this. Or okay, if you're standing in front of it, it opened up like this, right? And
Right.
Danny came, and Danny had his whole fucking squad. That's when Danny was with High Times, and everybody, you know, carried his fucking bags for him and shit. He rolls up, and OG Steve rolls up with him, and I don't even know who OG Steve is at this time, right? Like, I have no fucking idea that he's responsible for Purple Tangy or whatever, you know? And I had a bunch of people coming to me, and I'm selling fucking seeds. I'm slinging fucking seeds everywhere, and they're telling me SUBCOOL stories. And I got people sitting over here that are like, oh, I want to talk to Sub. And I'm like, dude, you wait over there. You got to go after OG Steve, and they smoke a bong. And I got too carried away that I opened up the case, dude, and his fucking super like custom dab rig was on top, and that thing fucking flung, dude. Oh, not my best time.
Bummer.
I know.
That-
So I owe OG Steve a fucking bong still. I mean, I'm pretty sure Sub was like, dude, I'll take care of it, because I'm like, nobody knows who the fuck I am. None of that shit. I'm just the worker guy that broke the fucking Legends bong here, you know? So he's like, dude, I'll take care of it. But I don't think he ever took care of it, honestly. So I might have to take care of that at some point in time.
Now that you remembered, now that we've refreshed your memory, like, oh yeah, I broke dude's bong.
Oh man, I'd hate it if somebody broke my fucking bong. And you know those fucking custom dab rigs, dude. Like, come on now. That thing was gorgeous.
Yeah, there's some people that spend some pretty crazy money on that shit.
But that industry has fallen out pretty hard too, hasn't it?
Bro. That's why I broke, so the memory pendant I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do some classes out of here. I get a lot of, now that I got a brick and mortar, I can do a lot more things. But
Where's your necklace?
you can't keep so I make pipes too, end of the memorial pipes, little tiny pipes, like one hitters,
Yeah.
with ashes in them.
Dude, I love little chillums.
Yeah. And then like my other buddies, he's in a pipe, and it's cool as shit to wear him around. I actually got pulled over in a state on a trip once, and I had that pipe on my neck, but I'd never used him. And the fucking sergeant, the dude was gonna take it, and I'm like, I want to talk to your sergeant. Okay, now I'm gonna go to jail because I'm telling you, this has never been smoked out of.
It's not paraphernalia yet, dude. Fuck you.
And this dude was being a douchebag up in Idaho, and the sergeant showed up. I'm not supposed. I can't either right now.
Yeah, no.
I went up there. We drove up there to rescue a dog, and then rescue one of my old hoop house dogs. He used to guard one of my hoop houses, and I got him here now.
You bring up your chain. These are the ones. Hold on. I don't know. Let me put my hand behind it. There we go. Rot sent us these. These hold Sub's ashes.
Fucking cool.
All right. Come on. Stop it, you stupid piece of shit. So they say SUBCOOL on them. They're a little heart in the middle of them, and then he did a rosin one too, which we have one of those around somewhere. But this is like when we do anything important or like cool shit and go to a show or something like that, we make sure we wear our SUBCOOL chain so he can rock with us,
Yeah, put him in the circle.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He'd love to be in the fucking circle. Can't smoke joints no more, but at least he's there in spirit.
Yep. That's rad. Well, we're about our 7:10.
Make me a chillum.
Yeah, well, Maybe the other does. You never know.
I'm sure Rock
Find
does.
out.
Maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah, man. Let me let
He's
me
got
let
us
me
still
bang.
in here.
I'll do something old school for you. I'll do the old spiderweb wigwag on it or something.
I'll see if
I
Rock
would do
can get
something
with you
cool.
there. He's still in the chat. He does. He's responsible for all that, and I would never ask something like that of him. So he has
All right.
his. He's got one too. He says he hangs it in his tent. That's fucking awesome.
That's rad. Or
Oh
I can
yeah.
make you guys matching chillums. You know,
Oh, that'd be cool. Oh yeah.
it's just cool to have that little paraphernalia with you because you can, when you're around a bunch of buddies or old school, you're like, hey, I am gonna break this out because you can't clean
Yeah.
glass. You can clean it and it's like brand new again.
Right.
So
Right.
sometimes we do smoke out of Bert. His name's Bert. So, but
I'm an
my
old
called
school
Bert.
joint smoker, dude. Like I used to do glass all the time, and then I got pulled over 1,000 times, and my fucking glass gets smashed on the fucking concrete or taken, or I get arrested or whatever. So it's just joints for me, man. Fill them full of fucking hash, and there I go. I don't smoke rosin. I'll hit it with anybody. Like if I'm in a circle, I'm not gonna be the weird guy out, but I'd rather just smoke me a hash joint or a nice flower joint. I make sure I get me nice thin. I think we're doing raw blacks right now, so I like my papers nice and thin so I can taste it all. And I'm just I like the ritual, right? Like I like to roll it up, I
Right,
like to
right.
break it up, I like to smell it, I like the stickiness on my fingers. You know what I mean?
If I didn't make them, you know what I mean. If I didn't
I
make
love
them,
that Shirley, dude. I love Shirley's.
I would probably man, if you guys can put that together, I'll tell you, making a chillum or a mini shorty for you to hang on your necklace for sub
So
would be
Sub
like
did
the
the
epitome of my 30 years of glass blowing. You'd put my
Sub did the
weed and my
sidecar.
glass blowing together.
You know what we need? We need a mini sidecar, bro.
Really,
I'd have to get you a
I could do
picture of
that.
the sidecar. He was known for the sidecar, and it's like I think we used maybe one or two blowers for it. I've seen some sidecars made since then, but I want to say it had three little holes. There's something special about it that if I can find one or if I can find mine, maybe I could send you a picture of the whole thing all the way around so you
Yeah,
can see it. I want to say it has three holes in the bowl piece right there so that it makes it, and he used a metal screen in there, so you could still smoke fucking
right,
hash out of it.
right.
I'll have to see if I can find mine.
Yeah, if you can
The
find a
sidecar would
picture,
be sick.
man, that would be yeah.
Oh, I got
Making a
pictures. I'm gonna
making
see
a
if I can find mine.
making
Uh,
a cool neck piece for you guys would be rad.
there you go. Rock can
That
send me
that would be
pictures. Rock's got a sidecar.
nice.
Dude,
Yeah,
Subcool
kiss my
history, just a
hash.
lot of different things, man. That's fucking dope.
That's it's crazy. Yeah, the weed life is crazy. My buddy on here, he's talking about Kiss My Hash. I used to have a hash brand up in Washington on the rec market called Kiss My Hash.
Oh,
That
really?
was fun. That
Nice.
was fun back in the day.
I mean, he was a big
Hey,
rosin guy, dude. I loved fucking like hanging out there and hanging out with who was it? The rosin tech. I think he was good friends with the rosin tech guys. And so that was cool. Like we'd always get invited into their booths, and I got a really cool fucking picture of us at the bowling alley. You brought up the bowling alley. The bowling alley was fucking awesome until it wasn't. Um, I mean, you start growing all this weed and you got fucking rooms and rooms of weed, and then you're like, dude, when am I going to get fucking paid? And just that paycheck never came. So that's pretty much the extent of the bowling alley. Like we promoted the fuck out of it. We were like there. We were taking pictures of hash and rosin. That's what just reminded me. You jogged my memory, and like they had this dope fucking stainless steel kitchen in the middle of this beautiful like glassed out area where all the walls were fucking glass, and they spent so much money up there, dude. And like we grew Cushman shit. We grew the doggone sour when we did the collaboration between Sub and Kyle, called the Dank Brothers, when they were doing the Dank Brother thing. That was doggone sour. So the whole concept behind it was to launch that into the bowling alley, and then have both of those guys over there fucking smoking hash and having a good time, and have everybody come meet Kyle and Sub. And that's the weird thing about the weed industry, dude. Like, you know, it doesn't matter what's on paper, you know, because you can have a contract that's fucking this big, dude, and you've covered everything, and you've spent $100,000 on lawyers and whatever. I mean, but when it comes down to you not getting paid, are you going to get paid if you fucking go and sue the guy? No, you're going to spend the lawyers are going to make all the fucking money. So like,
right, you're going to spend every bit that you thought you were going to have on a lawyer.
Yeah. So there's been several situations where we just, you know, it was almost better to partner with people, not in a sense of like, let's do licensing and shit, more like, how about you just grow really good fucking weed and we'll put pictures up on Instagram? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be in a SUBCOOL box. We don't even want it in a SUBCOOL box because then you got to pay us for it. How about you grow good weed and we'll promote good weed, because then we can sell more fucking seeds and everybody's fucking happy, right? Like, you know,
everybody's happy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
That's pretty much where I'm at.
I see Steve-O in the background. We're gonna take a 7:10 smoke sesh. We're a little late.
Let's do it.
But give us a bathroom break. We'll listen to a little bit of things. Steve-O can roll us into that. That'll give us a little break. Make sure you guys are getting your hashtag SUBCOOL DANK in.
Yeah, let's do that giveaway when we get back. When you guys are ready, I'm ready.
That'll be rad. Make sure we get some entries.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do like a few packs and then maybe like I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe doing like a fucking big prize or something. Maybe it won't be too big, but maybe we put a couple extra packs in there or something of a surprise pack.
You got like 4 minutes and 20 seconds. We're gonna take a little break here, and you can decide. You're hooking everybody up, so you decide what you want to do by the time we get back. And we'll roll with what you want to do, bud.
I want to overgrow the fucking planet, dude.
Hey, plants happen. That's my biggest thing. I do a hashtag called plants happen, because I was the person that used to throw seeds at the post office flower boxes. You know, let's grow them. You know that gardener dude, man.
I'm afraid.
Now they got cameras.
Yeah.
Back in the day, pagers didn't talk.
I'm probably the only guy in this small town with 2 sleeves full of weed tattoos, so they know it's fucking me, dude. You know what I'm saying?
They totally be like, "Hey,
that guy, yeah,
we got these 4.5-inch little plants out here. These are not petunias."
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, Steve-O. We'll take a little break, and this is our Slap Nasty 7:10 break. So I'm gonna get my dabs out. I don't dab all the time, but I always dab with Steve-O and Slappy. I got a couple other partners that pop on here sometimes at 7:10, but they all got shops that are open till 7, so it's kind of hard for them to get the employees out and get everything done up, and they try to jump on.
Missouri, Clayton's got the fire, yeah, he's never in a hurry. With Nessa by his side, they're riding this wave, growing that green, making sure it's well behaved. Well behaved. Biochar and fish it, that's his style. Rich in the soil, yeah, it's been a while. Outdoor living, let the sun shine bright. Consulting on the game, getting growers right. Roll it up, light it up, pass it around. Clayton's got the knowledge, yeah, he's breaking it down. From the dirt to the mic, he's repping the scene. The groove train rolls with that sticky green. Poppin', talking truth about to grow. Roots run deep, watch that garden overflow. From Cali to the Ozarks, he's putting in work, teaching new farmers how to love the earth. no char and fish it, keep it real. Healthy turf profile, that's the deal. Sun-grown flavor, you can taste the light. Teaching all the homies how to do it right. Roll it up, light it up, pass it around. Clayton's got the knowledge, yeah, he's breaking it down. From the dirt to the mic, he's repping the scene. The groove train rolls with that sticky green. Nessa's got the vibes, keeping things tight. Together they're a force, growing love in the light. Building up a legacy, roots run strong. Clayton's on the track, dropping game in a song. So if you need the knowledge, tap in real quick. Clayton's got the blueprint, the ultimate trick. From the West Coast hills to Missouri's land, the groove grower's got the plan in hand. Roll it up, light it up, pass it around, pass it around. Clayton's got the knowledge, yeah, he's breaking it down. The dirt, the mic, and the down. From the dirt to the mic, he's repping the scene. He's repping the scene. The groove train rolls with that sticky green. Podcast hopping, talking truth about the glow. Roots run deep, watch that garden overflow. From Cali to the Ozarks, he's putting in work, teaching new farmers how to love the earth. Podcast vibe, talking truth about the glow. Roots run deep, watch that garden overflow. From Cali to the Ozarks, he's putting in work, teaching new farmers how to love the earth. From the dirt to the mic, he's repping the scene. The groove train rolls with the sticky green. The roll it up, light it up, pass it around, pass it around. Clayton's got the knowledge, yeah, he's breaking it down, breaking it down. From the dirt to the mic, he's repping the scene, he's repping the scene. The groove train rolls with that sticky green. Groove train rolls with that sticky green.
Like if you want
All right.
That was rad.
Happy intermission. Hey, yeah. Hey, there might be a problem with the giveaway. It doesn't look like anybody's hashtagged at all,
Oh,
and that's
wow.
very unusual. So
That is very unusual.
That's crazy.
Usually
we have 30 people in here right now. So what I'm thinking is there's probably a problem with it with StreamYard. Are you guys hashtagging? Because yeah, you see you do see hashtags then. Because when I look in the comments, I don't see any hashtags. Rick said he did twice. He said he did twice. So see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There must be a problem with it. Yep, they did it. Kim says, yeah. But there's literally, like, I can show you. I can bring it up full screen. It only shows one, and that's the one that I did off of your account.
Oh, wow. Well, do you want to try it again, or do we do it a different way?
Let's try a different hashtag altogether. Let's just try hashtag SUBCOOL and see if that works, and try a different one.
All right.
Okay, let's give that a try.
All right.
And what I'll do is All right, here we go. Hashtag SUBCOOL. All right, let's try this again, everybody. Yeah, already there's 7, 9. Yeah, it's already picking up. It's already picking up the new one. Okay,
All
it's
right.
working, everybody.
Well,
Oh,
we're gonna have to chit chat a little bit longer.
there we go. Look at
I
that.
see them. They're flowing.
They're flowing now. See there?
All right.
On the fucking SUBCOOL OG. Dude.
All right. I'm
The
glad we got
Wi-Fi
that
3
figured out.
is probably.
I was having a cow in the background. I'm sitting there
It's
going,
probably-
"No, what's going on here? What's the problem?" I knew it.
What were you
Leanne,
saying about the SUBCOOL OG?
The SUBCOOL OG is just like it's so gassy, dude. Like that Wi-Fi was after trying Wi-Fi 3, Wi-Fi 5, Fire OG, because we linked up with Rascal, right? So Sub got to try all these with me, and it's just it's super fucking OG, dude. Like grenades on it. There's, like I said, there's some Jesus leaners that lean more sativa, a little more pine cone shaped, spear-headed type deals. But you'll know when you hit that white Wi-Fi leaner because Jesus just helps with Wi-Fi structure. Wi-Fi is kind of a stringy plant too, where you have to trellis her to keep her up, especially towards the end. Her buds get so heavy, dude. Jesus just fixes that where you get this stocky plant, but we're starting to see grenades, like frosty, gassy grenades with some cherry in there. So it's a good one.
I want to say that I've recently seen some Jesus OG in Missouri. You guys send any seeds this way?
I got a guy. You would have to ask V, dude. I'm not. We're at 10 seed banks now, so I'm sure we're fucking everywhere.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure I got a
I'm
solo
trying
cup
to
with
get-
that written on it.
All right. I mean, I've been trying to get to Seed Finder for a week. I emailed them guys, and I've just been checking the email every single day, waiting to get access to the SUBCOOL page because now we're working on, the Google searches and being able to find us when you search us and SEO and all that kind of stuff. So Seed Finder is basically the best, breeder information website for anything genetic lineage, at least for us. And I was just looking at Seed Finder and I see SUBCOOL OG on there in SUBCOOL's the DANK category, and I didn't freaking put it there, dude.
no kidding.
Oh yeah, what we were talking about earlier.
That's crazy. I want to know who's up there.
Right. And you can't get a hold of anybody there at all?
I'm still waiting for an email. It's been a few days. I'm sure somebody will reach out because we've actually had, this is another weird story, but when the separation happened between SUBCOOL's the DANK and TGA, we also had to fix that in Seed Finder, and there was a person at the tip of the spear for that, that got a hold of Seed Finder. So I know somebody exists in Seed Finder because they took strains from us.
Yeah, right.
But they didn't take them. It's like if we talk, I don't really like to play around with that side. It's like you say the name and all of a sudden we have issues. But
Right.
that separation, there's just some stuff that lives on TGA's side that probably belongs on TGA's side more than it belongs on the SUBCOOL side. So there was no beef, but there is somebody there.
Right. Well,
Probably vice versa.
How many packs?
Probably vice versa.
How many entries do we got?
Let's see. Right now we've got 24.
How many?
24.
All right. Hold on one second. Let me work with let me work with V over here real quick.
I bet you we can get 30 if we push. we can get 30 entries on there. We
Right.
need 30 entries, you guys. This is Will and Victoria. I mean, they're helping to carry on a lineage, and they're designing their own. I mean, they're writing their own lineage in the same way, because you know those amazing genetics he's talking about, and you guys, a lot of you guys on here are green thumbs, so you can hear his passion for the plant,
For sure.
and that speaks highly when there's so many millions of people trying to breed seeds out there. Attention to detail, attention to what he wants and what Subcool wanted, and I'm sure Victoria's palettes in there too.
Which one?
Passing that on is a pretty big thing.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
In my book, you know,
Yeah.
Sir Steve-O, you're a green thumb, and you've got to talk to some amazing, you know, he's co-host with Kim, and they've got to talk to some amazing breeders from both you know, from the United States and Canada. So to have somebody like Will and Victoria, or you know, just on the show and talking about their dedication and passion still, because they've been through some shit. How many states you been in? It's
Right.
you know, you go into a deal in a grow and you have your biggest heart intentions in it, and you show up 6 days a week early for like months, and it all of a sudden you get there one morning and they're like, hey, we sold the license last night. You know, so
Would you mind
it
jumping
happened
over to private chat for me real quick?
All right, see.
Oh yeah. Sorry, brother man.
Just so we can
Yeah,
figure
I
out
do
logistics real fast. I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
where I'm
yeah.
at, okay? I'm okay with fucking everybody, all right? But we can't do that. That doesn't make fucking sense. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
No,
lot of
no.
big
I
stuff to be
wouldn't
said.
even ask you guys
So,
that. Even though I love my people.
So let's do, I mean, we can do like 5 runs. We could do you know, 4, and then
5
the 5th
sounds
one
great.
is super awesome. If you want to do 5, that sounds cool to me. Let's do Subcool OG for the first 4. Because Subcool OG is the one we want in everybody's fucking garden. And then the 3rd or the 5th one, I'm gonna throw in my new project that I haven't let out. It's Piffman. I'm gonna let out 1 pack of that. So Piffman is my Pine Sol Piff. It's a Slimer cross to Black Haze. I've been doing a lot of Black Haze work lately, and NorCal Purple Haze, stuff like that.
Mhm.
The goal has been to find hazes that are nostalgic to me. East Coast hazes. I mean, East Coast hazes, we used to actually rip them apart in little fucking leaves, dude, and smoke them in the tiniest pinner joints because it was so unique and it would get you so fucking high. So I've been on this hunt in Black Haze. We got a Black Haze from Stone Farms that came from what's his name? Compost. Dude, he's OG like overgrow forum guy, and I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyway, it comes from him through Stone Farm, who passed away a couple years ago. He did the Stone Farm Sour D's, the big, huge. He called it a gigantism trait, because his sours just get so freaking big, dude. And he reached out to me a long time ago before he passed away, and he sent me Tropical Sleigh Ride, which was a collaboration between Green Shock Farms and Mendo Dope. And though I don't mess with those guys, it was unique to him, and he thought it'd be super cool to share it with us, because of our affiliation with Sub, and it's ossamine rich. So it's the most ossamine I've ever smelled in my entire life, dude. It's putrid almost. I mean, and it tastes the same way it smells. Anyway, So he gave me the Cuban Black Haze. We've been working that Cuban Black Haze into Slimer to get it down to 8-9 weeks, because Slimer's a 9-weeker. And there's still some tall phenotypes in the Pine Sol Piff, which we got. We just finished that run. I crossed it to an Ice Cream Man. I was talking to you about the Ice Cream Man. I don't really play with cookies a lot, but I like unique stuff. And there's actually a cool story. I don't know if Sub's brother's in here. Everything to me clicks back to something, right? So like you're really just on this journey with me through nostalgic weed of just being in weed since I was fucking a kid. And a lot of it is East Coast weed, but I've been lucky enough to experience Frenchy cannoli hash and NorCal fucking everything, just from, so I've had experiences all over the country. And Cuban Black Haze is just one of those. So Ice Cream Man, the story pretty much is after Sub passed, Rock came down, Sub's brother, and we were having to do super hard shit, dude, like super hard shit. And at this point, I'm really fucked up. I'm not even smoking weed after Sub passed. Like, I'm just super fucked up in the game, dude. Like, not talking to anybody, not going online, not shipping seeds. Like, my whole world just basically like collapsed around me because I was with the guy every day, right? So we ended up going, and I hope it's all right to share this story, homie, but he brought out some microdose caps for me, and he's like, Will, I'm gonna reset your fucking life right now, dude. And we started microdosing, and we actually went to the lawyer's office, tripping fucking face, dude. I'm looking at this like heavy set lawyer, and this guy's face is fucking melting off while he's talking about like, fucking melting.
Damn.
I can't even believe I'm in this meeting right now. And we ended up going to Superstition Mountain. So it's like where you bring everybody when you go to Arizona. It's like this super old town. They got these Western towns and shit, and it's super cool. They got like ice cream and yada, yada, yada. And I hadn't smoked in a super long time. And one of my homies, even with dispensaries, I was still getting weed from my homie. And my homie had gotten a batch of Ice Cream Man. And we ended up smoking that while we were in Superstition Mountain. And dude, I'm tripping face. I'm high as fuck. I mean, maybe the tripping face is gone by now. The story is a little fuzzy to me. You know what I mean? But we smoked some of that Ice Cream Man, dude. And like, I got my kids with me. I got Rot with me, my wife, my eyes. I can't see shit. I don't even remember what the fucking kids did, dude. Like, I have no idea.
I was responsible. Don't worry. We had a responsible adult.
Ice Cream Man is a memory to me, right? It's like, it's something with Rot. It's pulling me back out of this rut that I was in, that if he didn't pull me out of that rut, dude, I wouldn't even be sitting here on this fucking podcast with you today. So
no way.
Let's do Ice Cream Man times Pine Sol Piff. So we'll do SUBCOOL OG, Ice Cream Man. What else do you want to do? One more.
Do you want to do Cherrygasm?
No.
Corkle.
No.
I hope you guys all know the genetics you guys are storing right now. I can't believe it. I'm
okay. And along that same line, along the same line, let's do the Rapture. The Rapture is a Death Star that I got from Stone Farm Snitch Free.
Yes.
And we actually call it Daddy Death Star, dude, because it's like dick in the dirt weed. I mean, fucking fried, go to sleep type shit. And that one even has a funny story. Like, it was the best weed I had smoked when I got to the West Coast. This biker dude that I met up with through the Hydro store met up with me at a gas station and busted out this bag of Death Star. And I was fried, dude. Like, I was smoked. So it was one of those ones I had to find. I had to cross. The Rapture is Death Star times Jesus OG.
All right. So let's start the first one. Then the first one is for the OG then?
Yeah. Let's do the first 4, just SUBCOOL OG. And then the final one, let's do it the grand prize, And we'll throw some cool
Grand
shit in there
prize.
for you too, Clay. And we'll throw some, I don't know if we have rolling trays or stuff like that, but we'll find some nostalgic shit and throw it in
I
there.
have a whole case of old menus.
Oh, nice.
That's so rad.
All right. Well, here's the first draw. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Joel.
Nice.
All right, Joel.
Congratulations. That is a green thumb that will rock that strain, brother.
All right, Joel. And anybody who wants to donate for the shipping, that would be very appreciative to Clayton for you to do that. So let's see. Congratulations, Joel.
I just messaged up on here, you guys. We're working hard at getting their genetics here in the store. I'm gonna grow Missouri their way this next year. So just remember that. If you can always go to SUBCOOL, what is it, subcool.com, correct?
Yeah, I mean we have all the banks and stuff there.
Well,
it's just pretty much that's the beginning of the website. You know, we're still working on it.
well, the QR code that's up here right above my head, that will take you directly to subcool.com if you scan that code.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
It's all set up. Yep,
Cool,
right
buddy.
on the screen, right above my head. Right there.
Yeah, right on.
Everybody take your pictures. If you want to come in person and we can have a little discussion in person, we will have their genetics here very soon. Definitely have them by the spring planting time for sure.
All right, time to draw for the second pack. Here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Kelly, all right.
Congratulations, Kelly.
Congrats. Kelly's still here.
Oh, I'm very sure she is. They came out. They came to the shop. Well, they were here for the opening and stayed around for the weekend. That was a blast. You guys will have an invite to Hivers Fest. Sir Steve will be there. Oh yeah, Will. You seen a little picture on our little 710 set?
I seen the monster trucks, dude. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's right.
I see the monster trucks. Fuck yeah.
So we had a monster truck in front of us. Then we had the monster truck trailer is where we all ride. So you sit on this monster truck trailer all the way down. We finally made the news this year. They've been cutting us out. They've been cutting us out, you know, on Fox and shit.
Of course they have.
People,
Fucking bastards.
man. Yeah. Now finally this year we made it. We actually made it into we made it on the TV this year, so it was kind of cool to have my
yeah.
It was a great time.
wave at my parents, and they're on different ends of this continent, being able to watch at the same time. It was pretty cool. It was a fun time.
I think we're getting close
you'll
to
see.
traveling, dude. I mean, it's been an interesting year, you know, just hyper focused on genetics and you see the launches and the website, and I could use a break. I could probably use a fucking vacation. Oh, and fucking Thailand. We didn't even touch on Thailand. I mean, we still work with Delta 9. He's like a buddy of Subs that goes way back, but he just finished Vortex, Crazy Train, Cheesequake, and Third Dimension. So we should be seeing those here soon. Yeah, we got them done over in Thailand. He had the gear to get it done, and dude, he goes back further than me. I mean, I think him and Sub goes back like 20 years. Just goes back to that. Surround yourself with the people that really didn't get into the drama. They stayed true. They seen through it. They knew us as people rather than just people on the internet. And those are my kind of people, you know. So
Right.
we're excited to see Vortex come back. I think it's going to be huge.
That sounds amazing. I definitely want to
You ever
post a
had
note when
Vortex?
that happens. I believe I've had.
Have you ever had Vortex?
I
I've
believe I
never-
have.
The
No,
first
I
time I had Vortex,
Cheesequake,
oh my God.
Vortex,
had Cheesequake. Yeah.
Vortex.
Vortex
though.
is scary, dude. Like, Vortex is scary. So the first time I smoked Vortex, Badger had grown it, and he brought it down from NorCal, and he does like a different style of super soil. He adds a little bit of different amendments. You know, he kind of has his own thing. I think he works with a couple other companies. We don't really talk a whole lot, but dude, I mean, he rolled up a joint of this and it fried my brain, dude. My eyes, I had a panic attack. I'm fucking freaking out the whole time, man. And I mean, I'm actually afraid of Vortex personally. Like, I think twice and I look at my surroundings before I roll that bitch up.
Right.
My partner here that we're actually in my juvenile of growing years now. Me and Nothing Like Homegrown have been, we've been working on a project for about 2.5 years now. So that's why I say when I really rock your thought process, Will, and subs, I do. You know, you can't rush perfection. So,
Hey, I just
but anyways, he
I
had
learned from the
cherry
guys
vortex.
that taught me, you know.
Yeah,
Cherry Vortex.
never-
All right.
none of my
I've seen a
uncles are
couple
here
people
anymore.
preserve Vortex.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen people preserve, you know, Jack the Ripper, and I've seen there's a few people that are breeding Slimer. I mean, all that's cool, you know. I actually had this one experience where when I first got with him and I was with TGA, I got mad at this guy that was selling Plushberry. And you think I'm this new rep, I'm trying to make all the money, you know what I mean? Like all the money. And I went on one of the seed banks and I seen Plushberry and I like attacked this guy, and it turned into a learning lesson because Sub was I can't remember the exact saying, but he was like, there's 3 levels of this thing. There's actually being able to do it, grow good pot and make good seeds, you know, and have those seeds be able to pop in everybody's environment, right? And then there's people actually wanting to grow your seeds and selling them retail, et cetera, whatever, like becoming a brand. And then there's people wanting to breed your seeds into their gear or preserve said strains. And when you get to that point, I mean, you should more look at it as a, you know, that you did a good job. So it took me a second to
Right.
realize that, but now I kind of look at it like, you know, people are going to white label, people are going to make your stuff. I mean, look at Cindy 99, for example. There's probably 100 companies out there with a white label Cindy 99. Fucking Soul hates that shit. You know what I mean? But
bro,
what are you going to do, man? If you make something great and you sell
You
the
just
seed,
have-
you no longer own that seed. You
I've
know?
traveled the country teaching for 10 years about biochar. I feel you.
Yeah.
You know, I went to, I went and stayed at places in Michigan, everywhere, you know, and had bonfires and smokes. And I talk a lot when I get on a farm because I really want your grow to be just fucking amazing. And then you get back home and a month later you see, oh, mix now with living biochar. And I'm like,
Jesus.
I've been watching for your email for a giant order for like the last 6 weeks. What do you mean? What are you doing? But yeah, you just, after so long of that, you just have to go, I was brought here to do what I'm doing, like what you're doing. Obviously, you were put in those cross paths, and you're doing what you were meant to do, which is pass on lineage and good genetics. That's how you got to look at things like that. I'm like, well, hopefully I helped another 1,000 people grow some good carbon positive organic smoke.
That's how you got to look at it, dude. You're kind of spreading the seed in that way too, right? Like that's how I look at super soil. I mean, I don't have to recreate the wheel. There's 100 different brands of super soil out there, or living soil, or however, whatever you're doing at the time. So do I want to come out with a SUBCOOL super soil, a 1.5 liter bag, and work out all the shipping and logistics and all that other stuff? It's already been done. And you guys are probably doing it better than I would do it, because I'm focused on what I'm focused on. So yeah, no, I get it, dude. But it's good, right? Like if you can spread the seed, it's like seed companies. I seen here. You want another fun fact? This one's funny, and I gotta bring this one up. I thought about this in the truck on my way. And I'm gonna say his name, and I'm not talking shit about him, all right? But it's just a funny scenario. So we put up a post, and I think it had Brothers Grimm on there, okay? And Cali Connections jumped on it was already public, so it is what it is. Jumped on there and said, why are you supporting this guy for this reason? It's not there anymore, so you can't see it, and I'm not going to go into detail. But he said some things that, since I'm a loyal guy, I didn't like those things, right? And I got rid of that freaking message. But then I looked through the messages, and I've been watching Cali Connections because he's sick, and I'm like, I kind of watch what the old heads are doing and like, how their health is and what they're doing as their health gets worse. Are they just dumping all their stock? Are they trying to preserve their brand? Like, what's going to happen there? Anyway, I think he either has it on his Instagram or his website, the first seed bank in the world, right? Or the first seed bank in the United States, not the world. He's the first U.S. seed bank. But then when I go in my Instagram messages and he was talking to Sub, he tells Sub, you know what, buddy? You were the first seed company in the United States of America. I'm like, you know what? But the thought that I come to is it took one guy to inspire another guy, to inspire another guy, to inspire another guy, to make all these genetics available. And I think actually we lived the best group of years, right? I think maybe not the last few years, but there was right when legalization was happening with all the states and everybody was breeding. I think we had the best access to genetics we'll probably ever have again. And if you stocked up over those 4 years, there's breeders that are gone now. There's places that have closed down. There's breeders that have passed away. I think that was a time, dude. Like, I think there was 4 years there, right when all states went legal, where you should have been stocking up on genetics, because I know I was.
100% on that. A lot of the good genetics were locked away too. Congratulations, Jerry.
And they became available. Clones came available. Yeah. Did we get to the grand prize yet?
Yeah, Rick Ritchie has got the final giveaway. Rick Ritchie.
Nice. He's a TO fan.
That was the grand prize?
That's the pack, yeah.
He's a badass carbon grower. He's a badass green thumb. That's fucking rad, dude. That is cool.
Dude, just love picks. That's where I'm at. I love picks. Any information, any stuff like that. It's always good to get other people's experience and how they grow and what they grow in. We actually used to do an SSR, and I still love it when people would do an SSR. It was a standard strain report that we would send out to all the testers. I don't do it as much anymore. It's more like, if I give out enough seeds, somebody's going to send me an email back, right?
How do we get a hold of you while everybody's on here? How do they reach out to you? How do they, I understand you can't answer 1,000.
The best way to get a hold of me is probably, honestly, I mean, I'm going to be straight up. I mean, the best way to get a hold of me is probably saying something on a post on the SUBCOOL Instagram. Like, I don't check messages very well. I don't give out my number. Team DANK at proton.me. So you can do our email. That's the business email. So Team DANK at Proton, you'll run into V. She'll take care of anything. But if you want me, the only way to get me is really through like Instagram or through V. And I just, I'd rather be growing pot, dude.
No, I totally understand. I just want to make sure that people can, obviously, you can find your seeds can be found. So that's.
Oh yeah, you can go on subcool.com. If you email V and you want to talk to me, I'll jump right on there. You know that. I mean, V put the phone in front of my face and I'm, hey Clayton, what's going on? Let's fucking do this. Blah, 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 so yeah. I'm like that with just about anybody if they're passionate and it's something whatever that weed or or lineage or once related.
I knew once Laura made the connection and I met your lady, how cool she was. I was like, he's got to be a cool motherfucker too. And then I do a little research. I spend a lot of free time in the woods, so I do a lot of looking up. Not a lot of it stays here, but I felt like I already knew you before we even got to chat, and then we just
that still blows my mind, dude. I don't think I've ever.
It was
Googled
good
myself.
though, man.
I mean,
yeah, I didn't. There wasn't nothing.
I don't really go back and watch podcasts.
I look up like my wife will look up stuff that oh yeah, no, I forgot. I didn't even remember I was on that stage. Cool. Like I don't look up stuff either. My friends all know.
We've been pretty.
They gotta call me. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, you kind of got to be
selective, and yeah. I mean, we just, I call it. I mean, we're like recovering criminals, okay? A little bit. It's like
dodging lights and Walmart parking lots and all that shit. Those days are kind of mind-boggling.
I had never. I'd never been online before I met Sub, so it was all of this is still, I wouldn't say new to me. I'm way more comfortable in the whole thing now, but I don't know. I mean, it's evidence, dude. Like this is fucking evidence.
Bro, I lost when I went from medical, decade, almost a little over a decade in medical before we went rec. And I got offered, through medical, some cool medical people get licenses, right? So
right.
Somebody did, and I got offered the biggest canopy license in Washington to run with, and the salary alone, I had 6 kids to feed at home at that time, it was like, well, I could do my 45 in my backyard and go grow 2,000 over here, but I lost a lot of friends. They're like, yep, no, you're on the interweb now. And, you can come up and barbecue, but, other than that, it is weird. I got kicked off of Facebook, and this is all I do, and that was like a decade worth of contacts that I just lost. Just poof.
I mean, I'm surprised people haven't asked. Like we have kind of a 3-year gap that most people didn't really see us. There was no posting online. We didn't post on Twitter. Nothing with the YouTube, really.
I know. Nothing.
And the shitty thing is, dude, I can't even talk about it for like another year. We're strapped under an NDA, and it's what I mean? But I want to talk about it because it gets into a really cool SUBCOOL story where like I made a decision that was trying to make the brand much bigger and take on much more seeds, a lot more seeds. And you spend your time building out buildings and doing all this other shit. And, again, I can't go into it a ton, but it's going to be fun to go into it in like a year because just so privy on like, how these seeds move and these bigger companies and, just got sidetracked. So it's been really good the last year. Focused on genetics, focused on SUBCOOL, not focused on Blue Dream or Green Crack or autos or femmes or, That's about as much
Yep.
as I can say, but that's pretty much what
You're
we were
good,
doing
brother.
for 3 years. Is we ended up like in the white label side, and it was a mistake, dude. It was a mistake. You know, should have just stayed on fucking line for 3 years. You know.
Well, I did it. You know what I mean? The only thing I can say is I did get a few more connections because I was in the industry, so they would see my product and go, how are you growing that? Oh, we'll come up to my grow and I'll show you. It's easy. You throw these tea bags in the day
Mm-hmm.
before, you stir them up and bubble them, and you water your plant. That's
There you go. Hell yeah.
and it's a lot cheaper, less. You're not paying 3 people all week full time just to feed and water, or to mix, and it's a lot easier.
I'm looking
just
forward to trying your
pump it
stuff,
to
dude.
the
You'll have to send me over some. I'm looking forward to it.
that'll be way cool. We
We'll do
appreciate
some
you guys.
collaborative posts and stuff like that.
I would appreciate the shit out of that,
yeah.
man. I'm congratulations
No doubt.
to everybody. I didn't expect that, man. A pack of beans. I even brought out my last unopened pack of SUBCOOL. I was like, well, I'm gonna get.
Oh,
well,
dude, I
but
would
I'm
never make
gonna-
you do that.
I
No.
was like,
No.
man. And then I
Your
met
pack
you,
is
and I'm
going
like,
out, dude, we're gonna look it up.
cool. Once I met you, I was like, yeah, no, he ain't gonna make me do that. I wouldn't make him open his last bag of biochar just because,
Yeah, I love that, dude.
So
Well,
you
let's do this
guys,
again. Let's fucking, we can jump into genetics. We can do a little more, throw me in the schedule for, after when you got an opening and you want to fill it and you want to jump on and chat some
100%.
more. I'm sure we'll have more shit going on and more projects. We'll probably be further in the tissue culture thing. So I had a good time, man.
That's awesome.
This was great.
That's awesome.
So,
And I would definitely love to have you come on, and I love talking about this. And I know you don't know everybody was on here. I didn't know everybody was on here tonight, but I'll tell you, there was a good 20 serious green thumbs on here that are in
sweet.
like their own groups, and it's really cool. You guys came on. You're bringing your family on,
Eventually,
Victoria.
Just to throw this out there, I mean, eventually I seen that StreamYard does collaborative streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're telling the story and we're doing this stuff and those kind of things, then maybe we should co-stream it over to the SUBCOOL page too. I mean, the SUBCOOL page would surely get a bunch of eyes on your page, and a lot of weed nerds over there that are probably looking for somebody that's way more on this than we are ever going to be. So maybe we can do like a collab on there and
I would love to
really go through something structured or something.
I would love to be a part of anything you're doing, man. You want to work out something?
Sweet.
Sir
Yeah.
Steve-O, he's really good with that. That like the NOK and all them, they'll be sharing that out. They share it to like 160 fucking groups and shit. This right here. So
Nice.
I mean,
all right, cool.
We can get out to some green thumbs and help them and get good genetics in their hand, dude. I'm 100% for it. I'm excited, and I appreciate you taking your time.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely I'll look at the
Yeah,
calendar.
if I'm a little choppy on this side.
A little
Have I been
bit
choppy at all?
right at the end.
Yeah, I can see
just
it on
a
this
little
side.
bit.
Okay. Yeah. Internet's must be a little slow right now or something. I'm not sure. That's why I interrupted you a couple times. I apologize, dude. I mean, it's like,
oh no, I was
for a
doing it
second,
too,
and
I'm like,
oh,
oh, that's
fucking
good.
stoned
Yeah,
over here. I'm like, is he stuck? Should I talk?
Is he stuck? Does he blink? That shit's funny. I was on this side doing the same thing. I'm like, oh man, I didn't mean to interrupt you, dude. I wanted to hear what you wanted to say. But yeah,
all
cool.
good. Hopefully it wasn't too bad for everybody watching, man. But we'll do it again anytime. Just holler at me and we'll get your pack out. And dude, this was great. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a dank night, man.
Have a great night, brother. Tell your better half I said thank you, and we'll talk soon.
All right, bro. Sounds good. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Right on, buddy. Wow. Wasn't that rad? That was pretty cool. I love meeting good people, and it's a just blast from the past when you start hearing names you've forgotten, even strain names. That was cool, huh? Sean, we're gonna do something with him and them, bro. Uh, I hope I get a whole bunch of spins on this rock to just keep doing what I'm doing and helping everybody out. We had a couple of TO fam stop in today. Never got to meet in person, but rad. And I got the biochar right here. Cool house plants. Got to educate a nurse yesterday while in the store for like an hour. It was great. And her mother on FICO, and just had never even heard of it. And when I said I've got 100 phone numbers on here you could call and find out ailments just like you normally would, and find out what and how it. She's after I explained to her and showed her everything, and I'm so much more technical now with having the distiller and I've been able to get the proper equipment because you guys help support the Clones for Vets program. That's much appreciated. If anybody sees some, I can't say it on here, but you know what I'm talking about. Little box comes with a whole bunch of them, individuals. We are getting low on those. Always appreciate you guys when you help out. Shout out to AOD and the Rosin Snob. I hope they seen you up on. Hope they seen their mid show sesh video. That was pretty rad. Yeah, dude. It's cool, Sean. I'll talk to you. It's cool. Jerry. Way cool. Congratulations. You guys just got some Jesus OG, and that was one of SUBCOOL's favorites. It was amazing talking to Will. When he was telling the story about the email, and we had to send back an email, and I had to whine like a little kid, like I killed my first 10 beans. That's why I say it happens. But you want to trust your genetics. They were good genetics. I just didn't know what I was doing. And there was not the internet back then. And there was not, I hadn't started my cannabis career. That was the beginning with my little brother, Don Juan. Make sure when you guys get off here, you guys jump over to the NOK network. They got a Thursday night vibes going on with Master Rochi and Mama Rochi. And shout out to the NOK, Kim Cooper. Kim, I have a video for you, and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get the video together for you. The thing is I have gardening and houseplants, and I have canning now, so we might have to do 2 for the commercial. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do any. You are amazing just for doing that. Oh yeah, happy birthday to Danny the Gout. You know what? Danny and Rob Gardens came out the same time, same day. Happy birthday. Wish you could have smoked with you for your birthday, but come out this weekend, man. We got a fireplace outside, really nice one. Come out to the store. You guys got time to come out and check out a cool plant shop. Get a cool plant for your lady. Take her home. She'll love you. Even if you're home late, she'll love you if you come in with one of these beautiful plants. We're now. I've got 3, 4, 5 propagation centers set up now, so I'm pretty much reproducing my own houseplants, which is amazing. Shout out to Chris Smith for these amazing. I'm fostering some rather large plants, and I'm excited because he's gonna I get some babies, and his plants are very happy in here. We already have flowers opening up. I mean, I'm excited. We have everything on timers in here, so I'm trying to get South American light, and a lot of these plants have been bred through Florida, and so we're not that far off in time, but I do like to add the extra lights. Shout out to Spider Farmer. We are doing some cool things together. And you guys, we are going to have a used equipment section here at the store. It's already about halfway full. Very nice, good equipment. When I say used, that sounds bad, but you know what? If I could have bought one of these lights for $100 back in the day for what they do, no problem. You know, they're $300-$400 lights, but I got some lights that were donated, and the proceeds will go to the Clones for Vets program. So if you have some good used equipment and you wanna help, you know, some other growers, and even if you need some bucks back for it, we are going to run a used section. Obviously, we're going to check it out and everything, but let us know. We got a TO fan bringing over some cool equipment tomorrow. We got fans. We got a lot of cool grow equipment. So if you guys need grow equipment, come on through. We're building. We got. Please come and get your heirloom seeds for your vegetables from me. I've been doing it a long time, and I have a pretty good germination rate. And I think I pretty much I'm pretty much under everybody else's costs at stores. But you got to remember, some places you can't go get your vegetable seeds because then you're like, well, how come I only got 6 tomatoes and I planted 12? A lot of cheaper seed packs are rejected batches, and they still get sold and bagged and gone. Because how are you going to know what a seed pack came from? Just saying. Again, know your grower, know your processor. Can't wait to have SUBCOOL and them in here for genetics. Brothers Grimm's on the way. You know, I really run hard with 4 genetics, and that's not many in the world of my world. I could be running 100 different genetics. Knowles Family Farms, another captain. We definitely roll them. But shout out to SUBCOOL and Will and them coming up tonight. That was amazing. Thanks for everybody tuning in. You guys want a quick tour of the store? I know we're oh yeah, you guys, we're keeping Third Eye Thursdays. That's canon. We are going to start a new show. Make sure you go follow us on TikTok, Third Eye Organics, and we're on Instagram again. And please go follow all those. All that little bit helps, and then your friend that you know or work with that's a gardener will get to, you know, benefit from organic growing and meeting good people. I'm not going to send you to the seed company that's ever done anything shitty to me or been bad to people, you know. And that's, you know, if somebody ever called me and said your whole bag of biochar never did anything for anything I ever put it in, I'd either give them their money back or send them another bag of biochar. Well, my battery level's trying to kill out on me. Guess I should have plugged them in. It's all right. Just a few years. Yeah, how old are you there? No, you ain't got to say that. It just means I get a lot of spankings. You're coming out this weekend, right? We have camping out here. It's indoor camping, but it's camping. You love it. It's a blast. Thank you to my Nessa Marie. She's been driving. We spent our first year with her driving and driving and driving. And I didn't really realize how much she drove to come and see this happy ass. And I am blessed every day that that woman supports me and does what she does for Tio. Shout out to my cousin Biggie, Wade, Slappies, Nasty Grass, nothing like homegrown. Seen Clockwork Flowers on here. There he is. He's always quiet back there, man. There's the turtle. You're so funny. Don't forget to go on our website, toorganics.com. Help support the veterans, veteran-owned candle company. Got to show it. The Gilded Banshee. I'm going to show mine and his just because it's amazing. Oh, my goodness. It's so amazing. Go onto the website. It's a collab, Gilded Banshee and Third Eye Organics. I'm so stoked to carry. Look what else we're carrying. I know some of you guys use these too, huh? We got those available too on the website. So anyhow, our shout out to the Gilded Banshee. Probably see him this weekend too. We are going to start another show just about plants, indoor gardening, and gardening like for your food and DIY type stuff. Because I did live in the woods. I know this is model attire now, and you couldn't tell that I lived in the woods one day, but I did, and I learned a lot of cool things, and I want to share that. And I think keeping this where I started it, where we started it in the cannabis and Tuesday's plants, they can coincide because every plant loves biochar, but they are separate shows. You know, you guys come on here to see other things. So I got some more videos up. I got to visit a couple patient grows here recently, and we're gonna get some videos put together and start getting that back on. Yes, they do smell amazing. Oh yeah, Danny's rocking those, huh? They're badass. Thanks, J-Dub, Joel. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys and have a great week. Yeah, if I don't talk to you before then. Dad on there? Ah, what's up, Dad? I didn't see. I didn't see. I probably didn't see a lot, I'll bet. Zing. Oh yeah, Rasta Rhino is on here, but I think they all had to go to Thursday Night Vibes. Rod Stone, dude, that's pretty awesome to have some brother come on, take their time out of their day. You heard it from him, so we're gonna get some shows scheduled and we're gonna work on some projects together. I'm pretty excited. We got on the podcast hour or so before the podcast and just have been chit chatting and going through things and totally cool, dude. Gonna try to add them to the Emerald Circle for Hivers Fest. We'll be changing up the local Emerald Circle. That's how I'm gonna bring into the Emerald Circle is every year there'll be new locals that are up and coming or have been rocking it. They're OGs in the cannabis community. I know my ears telling me battery level low. It's gonna cut us off. So we love you guys. Sonia, I hope you like your candle. Thanks for rocking Tio Organics in your garden. Hope you're feeling better. Shout out to Josh. I'm going to be posting up a good friend, Josh. Deer decided to take a ride with him on his beautiful motorcycle. November 9th, I'll repost it, but there's a benefit dinner if anybody wants to go. It's an auction, silent auction, and all kinds of cool stuff to help him get back. Because after you co-ride a bike with a deer, it's a long walk back to your bike. So 100% Regan. Not sure that I know you. I may know you, but if I don't know you, thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to run some of those crazy strains. I'm excited. I'm excited. Clockwork Flowers in the House is coming out. You guys want to do something cool out here for Halloween night? Come out here and stay. Give us a jingle. We have quite a few people coming out. I think we're going to go right down the street here after we have a nice session or 2 or 10 and go to a corn maze over here for Halloween. That way we're not having to drive and do and compete with everything. I'm glad my dad got in here tonight. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. I would have said hi and I love you. Hope your day was great. Joel, congratulations. That's exciting because they haven't released in a while, so I'm excited. I did not expect that. I was going to give up my last SUBCOOL pack just for you guys, and he told me to keep it before we ever got on the show. So that was pretty cool. John Juan, you better call me for coffee and a joint in the morning, buddy. I know, earplug. Oh, I bet you guys can't hear me now. Headset, nope. We're gonna have to go back to default.